Hete poo, everybody. I hope y'all doing well today. We're going to get some messages. So I got a song download. I got 2 song downloads. But I'm going to do, the first song is I Have Walked Through the Rain by the Clark Sisters. That's my jam. I'm going to do that song. I remember when I was a little kid, I had to be like in maybe 2nd, 3rd grade, or maybe a little older. And I had an old friend. Her name was Tawana. And her mother and father, they were like really heavily in church. And I would go to church with her, but she taught me the song, I Walked Through the Rain by the Clark Sisters. And I ended up learning it. We would sing it together, and I never forgot the song. So I would go home singing it all the time, and yeah, that's how I learned that song. And sometimes my mom would let me go over there to visit, and they were very kind. But anyway, yeah, so we're gonna get the lyrics of the song. Now, yesterday I did a reading. The reading before this one, if you go on to the videos, you will see that I did a reading called, let me see what the name of it was. It was called, You Mean to Tell Me, oh, wait a minute, all this for nothing. This isn't paradise. This isn't paradise. This is reality. So yeah, I had a song download there, and I spoke about making Micah mad. Now, my pastor, he did an old sermon. I didn't get to do that actual message in that song, so maybe we can incorporate it in this one. We'll see. Let's get started. All right, so let's get started. So Clarence. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna find out the energy behind the song of Nothing to Lose by the Clark Sisters, and then we'll figure it out. I'm hoping that this is not a repetitive reading, because I don't know why I feel like I did a download on this song already, but I could be wrong. So let's find out. So okay, Spirit, give me the energy behind this song, Nothing to Lose. All right, so we got the Death card here. Tell me about this song, Nothing to Lose. We got the Ace of Cups, and then we have the Death card. We need some more info. We have the Knight of Swords with the Page of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. On the back, we have the Devil card, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands. Ooh-wee. The Judgment card is here. All right, so let's look at this. So someone's fighting demons right now. Someone could be fighting with demons at this time. And it's because of how toxic and materialistic they are. So what I'm seeing here is that there has been a transformation. You know, I'm seeing the Death card come up twice. There currently either is a death that has happened, or it will be taking place, or already has taken place, where, you know, money is now being given. Someone's like thinking about money, their inheritance. You know, with the Judgment card, I'm seeing here that someone could be under heavy judgment with the Wheel of Fortune and the Devil card. It's giving me the energy of someone losing control of themselves. And also with the 5 of Wands energy with the 10 of Pentacles, someone could be battling a judgment call. Definitely seeing a earth sign woman I'm seeing a water sign woman. This is a woman who's a liar, very manipulative, trying to act as if nothing is wrong, trying to act as if they got away with something. But anyway, let's see. Yeah. So there's justice that's going to be happening, okay? And it's like at this point, the way God is showing up right now is God is bigger than this demonic entity. You know, I'm seeing people going through like a transition, or there has been a transition that has happened with the Ace of Swords, definitely getting clarity on that. And so, you know, it's a lot of lies going on. It could even be people like arguing with each other. I'm getting someone could be acting as if they're in power, or they're trying to take their power back from such toxicity and acting as if they're uncaring. Okay? So maybe they could be like two deaths or something. We got the Ace of Cups. We got the Page of Wands energy here. And then we have the Three of Cups. The Four of Swords. So I'm also seeing that there could be someone who is being vindicated as well. Like you could be going through a very hard time where, you know, maybe you're at the end of some type of struggle, you know, an end of a struggle, something that was very heavy, you know, you were carrying, a weight you were carrying, or this could be people that's carrying a weight. A weight. They could be carrying a weight. They could be trying to balance out things in their life. But with the Five of Swords and the King of Swords is someone not liking this. You know, this is a person who's very jealous. This person is hurting, could be going through a lot of low vibrational toxicity when it comes to like their emotions, when it comes to their greed, when it comes to their obsession, when it comes to even their vulnerability at this time. Someone could be in pain, crying. They could be angry. They could be enraged. And with the Fool card and the Seven of Pentacles, it's someone who's feeling as if they need to like walk away, free themselves. They're looking at how you did work, how you are walking out here free and, you know, free-spirited and happy. Like, this is a person who, you know, could be having changes in their life and they're realizing that something is over. Like, I'm just seeing here, something is over. Someone's upset about a death too. Like, the reading is saying a lot. It's saying a lot. It's a lot going on in people's lives is what's happening. So with the Star card, the Ten of Cups, there could be wish fulfillment that could be happening. So what I'm seeing here is like, what is giving me is energies where everyone got something going on in their life. People are battling with a lot of toxicity. You know, they've lied, they've cheated, they've been unfair, they've been unrighteous. These are people who possibly have had experiences with losing people that were close to them, and they could have had something to do with it. So what I'm seeing here is like there could be changes happening in their lives, and they could be, you know, filled with a lot of negativity at this time because of what they've been going through. So there's like transitions happening in everyone's life, and a lot of people could be carrying burdens. A lot of people could be, you know, going through issues where they're battling with a lot of toxicity, and it's due to like, it could be due to materialism is what I'm seeing here. It could be due to soul ties. It could be due to what is it? They could be it could be due to battling with codependency issues, confirmation. It could be due to a lot of things, you know. And so overall, I feel like where you're at, like, it's just showing me a downplay of people's lives, what they're going through, how they're feeling. You know, it's like giving me giving me bits and pieces of people's lives and what they did to get there. You know, it's a lot of manipulation going on, where Queen of Cups is someone who's very manipulative. You know, someone who's a liar too. But with this death here, you know, I'm seeing Ace of Cups. There could have been an offer for a death. You know, even a death angel could be over someone. It's not good what I'm seeing here. But anyway, give me some more information, ancestors. I hope it ain't too loud. So we got the Ace of Wands with the Everything is Fine card. Tell me more about this song, ancestors. Then we got the Ace of Swords in the reversal. Clarify the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I'm also seeing here that someone's lying about acting as if everything is fine. Someone's trying to control what is said, or lying about what's said, and someone could be feeling empty at this time. This is a person who's not as confident as they seem. I'm seeing maybe this could be a person that wants to be your friend secretly. It's a person who's may not have told the truth, could have fabricated a lot on you. And with the Five of Pentacles, they could be feeling bad or not at their best, and they could slowly be wanting to, like, what? Okay. They could be, okay, Five of Wands energy. Okay, so we got the Knight of Cups in the reverse with the Five of Wands. So this is the person who's planning to come towards you and start a fight or an argument with you. They're being emotionally manipulative. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So it looks like someone's acting as if they're your friend, but really they're like not. You know, this is a person who's manipulating a relationship, manipulating tension, being manipulative, withholding information, and playing mental games with you. Someone's not being genuine. Someone's not letting you in all the way. You know, this is the person who could be playing mind games with you. So, with that said, we got the Sun card and the Two of Wands. The issue is with the Two of Wands, and okay, so someone's trying to control your emotions, your mood. But I'm seeing here you're choosing to be happy. Like the Sun card and the World card shows me that you are present in your life. Okay? And someone could be feeling bad for what they're doing. Someone could be guided to do this to you. So with the Hangman and the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, Four of Cups, is someone mentally in their head. You know, this is someone who sacrificed themselves to even be a part of something. And with the Four of Cups, maybe you're not taking what they're offering. And with the Ace of Pentacles, someone's wanting to offer you a new beginning. This could be a King of Pentacles who's a liar. This is a person who's emotionally going through a lot of pain, could be heartbroken, you know, and they could be like taking it out on you, feeling left out in the cold. Yeah. So I feel like you're free, you know, and with the Ace of Cups, I feel like you're standing on business when it comes to particular relationships that have tried to empty you or make you feel as if you're not valuable, you know, and I feel like someone could be hurt about that. There could be a woman with a child hurt about that, you know. So what I'm seeing here, on another note, is like people may have taken you for granted. People may take you for granted or have taken you for granted. Maybe trying to, you know, because they're hurt, they want to hurt you. But honestly, I feel like this is their issue. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you went through a lot is what I'm seeing here. Anything else, ancestors? Anything else? So with the Five of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Magician card is someone who tried to like control or manipulate your energy is currently conflicted within themselves. Whatever they wanted to give to you is currently what's happening to them, okay? And I feel like you may be blocking this person off. You're not giving this person no opportunity. You know, you're not even letting this person all the way in. Yeah, that cycle is over. That cycle has closed. So, yeah, I feel like you're being selfish with your energy. So now we can get to the song. So, for the most part, I'm just seeing like there are many people who have, I just heard, manipulated or like, why did I hear triangulated? I don't know what that was, but have like disrespected the system, you know, the system of love, the system of power, the system of, you know, like the system or something like that. Some people have been really unfair when it came to how they've been doing things, you know, how they receive what they have. And, you know, with the Moon card, things have been hidden from you that you may not be too sure of, you know, you may be unsure. But with the Hierophant is, there is people that are feeling uncomfortable with what you stand for. You know, what you stand for. So the Hierophant here is talking about knowledge. You know, knowledge is power. Maybe this is something that you have. Education is something you have. Whatever you have is being, maybe others are feeling uncomfortable with what you talk about. And there could be someone who's continuously going through a struggle where they want to fight against you, what you stand for, who you are. You know, there's a person who wants to betray you, you know, or has betrayed you. This person, whoever is planning this, is currently going through a lot of pain in their life. And they're going through judgment at this time. Someone's under heavy judgment. Could be a air sign woman, or this could be anyone. Because what I'm seeing here overall is you operating in love. And also maintaining the more like finding things in life with the Devil card, the Justice card. There could be like financial gain for you and someone knowing this. Yeah. So we got the Six of Wands in the reverse. This could be a few people that are aware of this, and they could be ones that have fallen from grace with the Six of Wands in the reversal. They're not getting what they thought they were going to get. They're upset with that. They're just like, could be like jail time. It could just be a lot going on with people that are currently stuck in their life. Okay. So, with that said, these are people who want to come against you. Definitely want to come against you. But it's because they're feeling unfulfilled. Yeah, there are people who want to come against you because they're unfulfilled in their life. Okay? So, there could even be a young girl. So, there could be a death happening as well. These were people who are a part of a death. Definitely getting that. And they gained, but definitely gained money. Definitely earned money off of a death. So yeah, with the Seven of Cups and the Three of Wands energy here, it's someone wanting to figure out how they can come back in your life. There are people like wanting to talk to you, people wanting to build connections with you. You know, you got a lot of people that don't know how to let go. It's just like no one knows that like, be careful of people who don't know how to like understand how to like they don't know how to they had a spirit of what is that, like codependency issues. It's like people who don't know how to let go. These are people like you want to be mindful of, because they if you have a codependency issue, sometimes that could cause you to get angry because someone's not doing what you want them to do, or it's just like people, I don't know, like that's what I'm getting, like people who don't know how to let go. Like maybe these are people that you don't even talk to no more, that that want to cause issues for you because you're not dealing with them. Or yeah, you've ended cycles with these people. Like you're not dealing with them, and they could be angry because of that. They could be wanting to mess up your peace, wanting to mess up your life because things aren't really going well in theirs, you know? So with the Five of Cups, someone's wanting to make you feel away. With the Devil card, someone's really, really like under, they not even themselves anymore. They're like, someone's like, could even be doing like magic, or could be a high priestess or someone practicing like divination. They could have done this. They could have worked on it for a while, but I'm seeing here that it never affected you. Someone's looking at what they've done and how they done it. You know what they've done, all the work that they did, and whatever they tried to manifest. They're feeling defeated. They're angry because whatever they tried to do to you, it never worked. And this is the High Priestess, you know. So the High Priestess is saying like that's the truth. Someone wanted to manifest a death to you. Okay? So with the Death card here, this is what someone's wanting for you. The Lover's card. The Ace of Cups. So I'm also seeing, yeah, there's someone who's wanting to hurt you or has tried to hurt you. But overall, I'm just seeing here you're being protected, okay? Definitely feeling as if there is people who are angry about you and just how you respond to life, how you are with life. You know, your balance is because you're in this energy where you've taken your power back. You know, you're not in no type of conflict with yourself, but there are people who are. And so this makes people like attract to you. They want to be attracted. They're attracted to your light, but it also gives them a feeling where, you know, it's hard to see where you are versus them. So with the Nine of Swords, it's like someone's struggling emotionally. Someone's also struggling because someone took money for gain, and there could also be like a sacrifice that is about to happen. You know, a lot of people are under judgment, okay? And it's because of materialism. People are hurting and they're going through a lot of pain. They're trying to be around others to make them happy, but honestly, they're not even finding happiness within others. All right. So now we're going to get to the song. So it says, I have walked through the rain like Paul, I have strained. I have even felt drained. Yes, I have. I have had a taste of sorrow, and from the past I have borrowed. But somehow I always knew that there was hope for tomorrow. So let's see. What's this? Tell me about this energy, spirit. So, tell me about this energy, ancestors. All right. So this could be someone who's very uncomfortable with their life. And even though they may be uncomfortable, there are choices that this person is needing to make when it comes to when it comes to certain choices in their life. You know, someone's trying to remain confident and you know, feeling defeated that they have to close out a cycle. Someone who is currently won a battle possibly, and there could be others who are angry about this. Definitely angry. I'm getting a lot of anger that could be happening when it comes to like jealousy and, you know, someone, you know, saying, oh, I'm a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. But it's what I'm seeing here is dealing with a lot of toxicity. Like someone's setting a lot of negativity. And so with that said, someone could be blocking negativity off, could be healing from a lot of negativity. There could be a high priestess who's going through a time where she's going to be having to make a decision in her life, because she could be struggling at this time. She could be fighting demons, is what I'm seeing. She's acting as if everything is fine, but really there is not. And so with that said, I feel like someone's like trying to take charge of their life. You know, someone's trying to like connect back to their power. And with that said, it's like there are people who are trying to like balance their life out because they're in a lot of toxicity. So these are people who walk through the rain or could be walking through the rain. There's someone going through a whole lot right now. This is a cycle that you've beat it. You've beat. So maybe you were continuing to be inspired about life, energetic about life. You didn't know what to do. You couldn't see through what was happening, but I do see you overcame a lot of things, and it dealt with a lot of toxicity that people were in. You've overcame. So it says Jesus unhooked the chain and my Lord eased the pain. So with the world card, it's definitely showing me that there was a completion happening, and the it even looks like a chain. So we have the star card with the so we got the Fool card, the Seven of Swords, and the Star card. So I'm not gonna let you like treat me anyway. So the Seven of Swords is maybe you become very strategic about life. You know, you found a way to cheat life by healing, by becoming freer in your life, by escaping what didn't serve you, and by being whole within yourself with the Nine of Cups. This is you continuing on with life, not allowing life to cheat you, is what I'm getting here. And with the Chariot and the Two of Cups, let me see what that is. Tower card. So it gave you clarity on so it's you continuing on with your life. Now there could be people wanting to be on your path, but with the Tower card, the Five of Wands, you possibly recognize that there was a lot of negative energy in your circle. With the Two of Cups and the Ace of Swords is someone who's finding clarity when it comes to their connections in their life. You know, this is a Tower card. Maybe you had shocking moments that happened in your connections. So with the Star card, I'm seeing here that you're breaking free. You're breaking through something where God is giving you an opportunity to gain. Maybe you're busting through some sort of Tower moment where God is giving you what you rightfully deserve. Okay? So it's like, even though a lot of people may have been on their mission in their life, they may have been up to like doing things that could possibly feed their ego. You know, they thought that they gained by defeating others. You know what I'm seeing here, like maybe even plotting and planning towards others. You stay consistent on your journey, and you beat the odds when it came to how you made a strategic plan to love yourself throughout all the negativity, where Tower moments happen in friendships, where relationships cause judgment, and where you were protected throughout it. With the Ten of Pentacles and the Magician card, you continue to manifest and move forward in your life. You know, and this could be stressful to someone. Maybe someone's watching this happen for you. Okay, so we got, he gave me nothing to lose. So the thing is, God gave you nothing to lose because you are always connected to God, continuing to do the right thing, you know. And this is what God wanted for you, you know. So God found you found a deeper love with the Most High. You knew that you couldn't lose without God. You know what I'm saying? This is you continuing on in your journey, and then God giving you like maybe some changes or fast communication, swift communication that could be happening for you in the future. You know, this is God guiding you. Okay, so we got the Devil card, clarify the devil card, ancestors. So the devil card with the fool card and the two of pentacles. This is God giving you some sort of, it could be inheritance. It could be inheritance. There could be money that could be given to you. But the thing is, the way that it's given is like God trusts you. You know what I'm saying? With the fool card. Let's see. There's a new beginning happening. Possibly. Yeah. Yeah. So you got opportunities ahead of you that await for you, okay? These are opportunities that are going to assist you in you building your legacy with the wheel of fortune. The wheel is in your favor, where, good things are happening for you. And people are aware of this. This is a new opportunity. So what it's saying is, I have walked in the rain. I have walked in the rain like Paul I've strained. I have even felt drained. So you've had a taste of sorrow. Like you've experienced all aspects, all parts of life. And this is what assists you on your journey to continue to keep the faith blindly. Like you may have not seen exactly where you were headed, but it didn't stop you from being, it didn't stop you from continuing on with like being brave when continuing on through life. You've had many experiences in your life, okay, that assisted you. And there could be like even a occult seeing like what you made it through with the seven of cups and the Hierophant. This is my occultist card. This is my Masonic card. So with that said, there are people who could be very upset because you blocked these people off. Like what I'm seeing here is like there could have been someone who you closed out a cycle with. Like you defeated someone who felt as if they could actually like bring you down. You know what I'm saying? So it says Jesus unhooked the chains and my Lord eased the pain. So God blocked whatever tried to destroy you with the ten of swords. Like maybe you felt destroyed, maybe you felt defeated, but with the Temperance card, this is telling me you were always protected. Okay, so God was always protecting you. Okay, so we got the Hermit card with the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Wands. The Hermit card came out in reversal. So the Hermit card usually represents someone who's in solitude, but when it's reversed, it's telling me that maybe God is wanting to take you out of hermit mode. Maybe you're needing to go out now. Like this is a chance for you to experience life outside. So it's about you being seen, or about maybe you could be going out into the world, okay? Maybe this is something that you're baiting on. Maybe this is something that you're wanting to do. Or you're not wanting to do. You're like maybe planning to do. This is something that you're getting ready to do. And this could be an opportunity for you. There could be changes happening for you. And it's because there's a transition that could be happening in your life with the Death card here. Definitely transitions. All right, where you're walking in authority, your power, and you're receiving justice. So you're coming up as the King of Wands and the King of Swords energy. This is someone who, let's see, definitely with the Judgment card. What is this talking about, ancestors? Yeah, so you're receiving, you're like transforming into somebody who represents someone who's in power and control. There is justice and judgment here. There is huge changes that could be happening with the Ace of Swords. There could be truth coming out, and this could assist you in like maintaining control. Okay. I'm also seeing definitely transitions that are happening. But there are endings to relationships where you've taken your power back from people who wanted to like mislead you, misguide you. I feel like your people may feel as if you're unapproachable. There could be a conversation that could be wanting to be someone could be wanting to have a conversation with you, but maybe with the Page of Pentacles, you're standing in your truth, you're standing your ground. You're going to be very smart and wise while having this conversation. But it could also be leading to like an end, you know, where maybe you're not going to be dealing with this person, or maybe you've already learned what you needed to learn. So with the Three of Cups, clarify Three of Cups, ancestors. Three of Cups energy. It's like you looking back at your past and you're seeing how things were. You seeing like how maybe you were offering love to people that really kind of took you for granted. Like people are remembering how fun you were. This could be stressing people out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just getting people remembering times with you. That's what I'm getting to. Like the reading is like it's pretty much showing me different phases of your life, what you went through, how you got through, how you've gotten to where you are, where you were left, in the cold with certain people. You learned the truth about people when you were left in the cold. This is, your struggles that you've gone through, especially when it came to relationships with people, So with that said, these relationships that you had with people were, like Spirit is like, clarify the Devil card, ancestors. These are people who see maybe your success or something like that, and they're drawn to what you have. Like, be careful of connecting to people who want to continue a cycle with you because of what you have. Because someone could not be operating in a very kind energy. Like, this is someone who would possibly think on how to break your heart, who possibly is not coming out as genuine. Okay? So with that said, the Five of Wands, it's like someone's wanting to cause issues for you. They're thinking of ways to like come in and bring you pain because they're hurt. You know what I'm saying? This is someone who's seeking you out to cause pain to you. All right? Because you've healed, because you've risen. Someone's watching your every move. Someone's watching that you are becoming your best self, and someone hates that. So with the Magician card is, you being in a very creative role in your life. You've manifested your win, and there could be people who could be jealous of it. You did this on your own with the Tower card. You went through a lot. So what it's saying is like, Jesus unhooked the chains and my Lord eased the pain. So you must have went through a whole lot. So, in the end, it says, he gave me nothing to lose and all to gain. So you gained from hardship, you gained from difficulty when it came to friendships, people who have stabbed you in the back, people who not been righteous about certain choices that they chose for their own life. Like God is saying that I gave you nothing to lose. Like everything that you've gone through was for you to gain, for you to experience certain for you to have certain experiences in your life so that you know how to recognize them in your future. Okay? And with the Five of Wands, in the World card, it's like God is blocking you off from all this negative energy, the Five of Wands energy, competition, struggle. This is like a lot of negativity that people want to give you. Like God is blocking this from you. Ten of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Hermit card is you've already gained the knowledge from these type of relationships where you've gotten victory, and God is putting you at a very successful time in your life with the justice card. This is something that someone tried to take from you, but God held on to it for you. See, the thing is, if it's granted by God, then you can never lose. However, if it's gained by false, I don't know how to express it, but let's just say you had to, harm somebody to get the things that you want. What God is showing you is that if you learn how to trust me, everything that you go through, you will have nothing to lose. You will only gain with me. So when it comes to making Micah mad, and we could really talk about it later in the live, but when we're talking about Micah was a chosen being. Micah was chosen by God. So Micah was a prophet, and he was one of the prophets, a chosen being who called out corruption among rulers, priests, and prophets. He exposed justice and oppression, especially how the rich mistreated the poor. He warned of judgment coming to both the Israel and the Jerusalem. Prophecies. The fall of Jerusalem and Samaria due to their sins. He was just the one who called out a lot of the sins of people. He called on judgment through God, and so he was the messenger. And so God hates hypocrisy. This is what he would talk about, especially when people pretend to be religious but live unjustly. And so these are people who are in that type of stance. There are people who have gained off of other people's back. There are people who've gotten to the level that they are by hurting other people. The only reason why some people have gained what they have is because they had to sacrifice. They had to sacrifice loved ones to get what they have. And so with Micah was a prophet. He talked about, true worship. He was all about prophesizing. So exposing justice, standing up for truth, calling out systems of abuse, betrayal, and spiritual corruption, reminding others that God sees what's done in secret. And this is the thing, people think that because they gain all of whatever they have, that they're on top. But the thing is, what's happening is this system is beginning to trickle down because people are realizing that all their efforts were made for nothing. If it wasn't built off of truth and honesty, if it wasn't just, then these things are being revealed. God don't like ugly. You hear me? So oppression of the vulnerable. So if you're oppressing people who are vulnerable, you're cheating the poor, taking land, homes, or resources from people who have little, using power to abuse instead of protecting other people. This is an issue. You know what I'm saying? So how it correlates with this reading is saying that when you stay on the right path, when it comes to where God wants you to be, even though it may be hard, God will never give you nothing too hard to, God will never give you anything too hard. You know what I'm saying? God is always about making sure that you get the lesson. See, the thing is, I wouldn't be where I am mentally if I haven't gone through the battles that I went through. So I do thank God for the betrayal, the pain, and all of the things that I went through. All the things I went through, it was hard, but I was able to get through it because God didn't give it to me too hard. It was just enough for me to be able to learn the specific lesson that I needed to learn. And this is where, God wants to take a lot of people, but people, they go the easy route. And this is why a lot of people don't have the wisdom. They don't have knowledge. They make horrible decisions. That's why there's a lot of grown people making horrible decisions. I was listening to Mermaid Prophet. Was it her? It was, either her or it was another lady. Her name was Tiffany Intuitive One. She said something that I always say. She said, it's a shame how grown people still don't know how to make clear decisions. Still making baby decisions. Like, these decisions that people are making don't make no sense, really. You know, people are walking in the wrong direction, going the wrong way. And then they're wondering why they're continuing on with certain cycles. You know, sometimes you have to recognize the pattern of things. If you catch yourself doing the same thing over and over again, going through the same situations when it comes to your work life, your love life, your relationships, whatever it is, if it's the same situation that's going on, it's because you're not learning a lesson. You know, we have to learn how to make better decisions, and this is why God gives us so many hard lessons. It's not to cause pain to us, really. I mean, it is, but the pain is for a good reason. If you go through it, God will show you what he has on the other end. This is why it's so important to complete your lessons and never return to them. If you've gotten the lesson already, why go through that same thing? Why do the same thing over and over again and it destroyed you the first time? Like, Spirit is wanting us to make better decisions. I don't want to be repetitive. But anyway, let's get the last message from this Bible. Let's see. Most High God, please give me the last message. All right, so we got Chronicles 2:29 and 27. All right, so we have Second Chronicles 29 and 27. Then Hezekiah gave the order to offer the burnt offering on the altar. When the offering began, singing to the Lord also began, accompanied by trumpets and the instruments of David, king of Israel. This verse shows a moment of spiritual restoration. King Hezekiah is cleansing the temple and bringing worship back after a time of corruption and neglect by earlier leaders. So Chronicles 30 and 26. There was great joy in Jerusalem, for since the days of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, there had been nothing like this in Jerusalem. This is the result of the restoration, a revival. People are united, joyful, and spiritual, refreshed like never before in generations. So spiritual meaning in context of bad decisions. So turning things around, undergoing damage caused by corrupt or careless leadership, choosing to return to the divine alignment even after a season of chaos. Relating to those who make horrible decisions, there is always a cost to ungodly or harmful choices, like the ones made by the leaders before Hezekiah. Okay? So, but there's also redemption when someone rises up with courage, repents, restores order, and returns to spiritual truth. People who continue in pride, corruption, or self-will cut themselves off from this kind of joy and peace. They won't see the revival unless they humble themselves. These verses remind us that no matter how dark the past decisions were, restoration is possible when people return to truth. But for those who refuse to change, they miss the joy, the healing, and the divine favor that comes with repentance. So remember, make sure you're making better decisions, because it could lead you in a path, on a wrong path. If you're in this space, look, we got going by the book in the back. So, that's confirmation. But Spirit is like, it's time to make better decisions, guys. Seriously. It's really time to make better decisions. So, we got no place like home in reverse. All right. So, Yang. So, Yang is about being in your masculine energy. Yang, when you're in your masculine energy, most times, it speaks of you making head over heart decisions. I feel like you making head, like the head is more like the masculine part. of the mind, like head over heart, mind over matter. You know what I'm saying? That's more masculine. You know, that's a masculine decision when you're using logic over your heart. It's very important to not always feel good about decisions. Like, certain decisions will make you feel good, but is it righteous? You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you're choosing what's right and what doesn't always please you, you know, because certain decisions may feel hard to make, but at the end of the day, it will lead you on the right path where you'll always be in the present moment. You'll never have to go back repeating certain cycles, okay? That would allow you to have a new life where you're not always repeating cycles over and over again. So we got 50, and this is No Place Like Home. And it's in the reverse. So it says, there are times when what is familiar and unknown is not the best choice. Human beings are memory driven creatures, and we all look for certainty for what we know, even if the qualities we seek in other people and external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust that there you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar, and you will attract and be drawn to the very things you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. All right, so that's what we just talked about. It's time to break these cycles. It's time to make better decisions. It's time to be a better person, you know? Stay out of jealousy, you know, greed, you know, all of these, you know, competition, the spirit of competition. Just, you know, stay away from that. God wants you to evolve. All right, it's time to evolve. Anyway, with that said, I hope this message has helped you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And don't forget to listen to that song by the Clark sisters, He Gave Me Nothing to Lose. I used to love that song when I was a child. Peace.